Hello friends, welcome to the channel. In the series of active passive, we will talk about past continuous today. Past continuous is very much similar to present continuous. It is just the change of a helping verb is from is to was and were. And a slight change is there in the structure of the passive sentence that we will understand in this video. As usual, first you need to go from subject to object pronouns. तो इस टेबल को बहुत अच्छे से लर्न कर लीजिए. I to me, you to you, she to her, he to him, we to us, and they to them. Let us do the first sentence. He was reading a book. The structure of active past continuous is subject. That is he plus was or were. That is was here. That will suit with he. Then ing verb and then object. He was reading a book. Book पहले आ जाएगा हमारा. Object will become subject. That is the basic rule from active to passive. Then we will see what will suit with book, was or were. Of course, was. A book was being, B-E-I-N-G, being, read का read हो जाएगा, read by him. He will get converted into him. The same way, they were baking the cakes. The cakes will come first. The cakes is plural, so it will be were. The cakes were being baked. The third form of baking, B-E-I-N-G, will always be there in the passives of continuous tenses. The cakes were being baked by them. Instead of they, we will use them as per this table. She was teaching me will get converted into I. Me will get converted into I. I was being taught, the third form of teach, taught by her. Let us come to the passive active of past continuous in negative sentences. Negative will just have not after the helping verb in both of these structures. He was not reading the book. The book was not being read by him. They were not baking the cake. The cake was not being baked by them. She was not teaching me will just get converted into I was not being taught, the third form of teach, by her. Her is the objective pronoun of she. Now it comes to interrogative sentences जिसमें question पूछा जा रहा है. It will just be that was, that is helping verb, will come before the subject. Was verb plus subject plus ing verb plus object. The same way passive will be was verb plus object plus being plus third form of verb plus by subject. Was he reading the book? Was the book being read by him? Was he baking the cake will get converted into was the cake being baked by him? Instead of he, we will use him as per this table. Was she teaching me? Was I being taught by her? These two, me, I to me and she to her, are being changed as per this table. Let us do a quick revision in form of these three sentences. तीनों structures use किए मैंने यहाँ पर. She was playing football. Football was not being played by her. She was not playing football. Football was not being played by her. Was she playing football? Was the football being played by her? All the rules are also written here, and here is the subject object pronouns table. Let us test ourselves. Was he buying books? Think about it, then we will see the solution. Okay, great. If you are thinking the same solution, were the books, because this is a question, were will come first before the subject. Were the books being bought by him? My mother was painting the walls. This is simple affirmative past continuous sentence. You did a great job again. If you were thinking the same, the walls, this time it will be were, not was, because walls is plural. The walls were being painted, the third form of paint, by my mother. My mother will remain the same object and subject. My mother was not painting the walls. Let us see the conversion. The walls were not being painted by my mother. Now this is the practice exercise for you and you can write down the answers in comments. Everyone was following the rules. Kids were eating the candies. Was he purchasing books? I was not writing novels. We were watching the movie. Let us talk about future continuous tense, and there are no passive structures for future continuous. These are some future continuous tense: subject plus will be plus ing plus object. Subject plus will be plus ing form of verb plus object. This is the structure of future continuous. We do not make passive of future continuous. We cannot have passive voice. Future continuous tense cannot be changed into passive grammatical construction because the way we conjugate future continuous tense doesn't make logical sense with passive voice. As we cannot have passive for future continuous, the next video will be of present perfect sentence. Part 6 will have present perfect tenses for passive conversion.